Hey guys, you're going to see some of our office buildings closing and you're going to be like, whoa, what is going on? And I want to go over what our vision is and where we're going. I first want to apologize because I feel like I've been very small-minded. Like I've been in a growth mindset, but I haven't been in a scaling mindset. And so I want our company to scale, not just to grow. And they actually are two separate things.
So, we've been doing this Grow and Scale Summit where we've had some of the top speakers in the world talking about this subject. And you're going to need to listen to it when it launches because it is the most amazing content. It's a virtual summit that we've already recorded the episodes, so you're going to join us when it launches. But what we're currently spending right now on our locations is about $40,000 a month on rent and utilities on our actual buildings that we're leasing. And so, what we had originally done was plan to grow was getting different offices and just keep setting up storefront after storefront. Our plan was just to keep growing more offices, and every time we opened a new office, we had to do a $100,000 build out. We had to sign a new 5-year lease. We had to find the managing partner to recruit for that location. We had to find a BOA to sit at the front desk all the time. So we had to buy the furniture. It was just a really long process to get that office up and running.
And what we're finding more and more is that agents want to do most of their work remotely out in the field, and clients would rather meet at their own home or at a closest Starbucks, whatever's closest to them, rather than coming into our offices. So for us, for our future plan is to scale, which will allow us to grow. eXp is one of the fastest growing real estate companies right now, and one of the reasons is because they went completely virtual. It runs on 0 offices. Now, I don't love their model. You can send me hate mail and make comments, whatever. I don't love their model. Now, what I do like is that they have learned how to scale. But what I don't like is that they have one broker for the state, they have limited leadership to help you grow, and they offer no administrative support or any leads or appointments.
So we believe there are 4 things that agents need to sell. We love a good acronym, so we're going to use the acronym SELL, S-E-L-L. That's support, excellent culture, leads, and leadership. So let's talk about support. You get that admin support to help with your transaction coordination from listing input to contract closing. They call your sign up for you. They pay for the sign to be installed. A lot of these virtual companies, they don't put your listing in. They don't make the MLS changes for you. You have to get your own sign and have somebody put it in for you and install that. You have to hire someone to be your assistant if you're not going to do it yourself. So even though we are going to be switching some of our offices to this virtual model, none of your support's going to change. You're still going to have the same admin support. You're still going to have people putting in your listing. You're going to still have them calling up your sign. They're going to take care of everything.
Second is an excellent culture. Since we will free up the lease and the utility money, we're going to offer weekly and monthly meetings, but in fun places like Topgolf or Why Not, providing just a more fun and social environment.
Leads. We're going to still be providing the exact same lead service we have. Nothing is changing here. We already have done that virtually. You can accept your leads from anywhere, and that's going to remain exactly the same. So you're going to continue to get leads and appointments just like you always have. No changes there.
Leadership. The managing partner and managing brokers will still be there to help you answer your questions with your business planning. It'll either just be done Zoom, or it will be done at a fun place like Topgolf or in a back room at a restaurant. And remember, we can do our meetings from anywhere. We could even do it at the beach. Wink, wink. We'll just change up the settings. We'll just go to different places and it'll just be super fun.
And we're going to call these things pods. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But each pod will still have your managing partner, a broker to support you, and an admin to support you. So all of that's going to stay the same. Now, physical locations, which we're going to call these the hubs. These are the places that we own. You've been hearing us tell you we're not going to keep leasing anymore. When we want to buy and add new buildings to our fleet, they're going to be buildings that we own, not lease. So our physical locations, our hubs, are going to be Indian River and the Barrett Street location. Those are the places that you'll still be able to go, have office space, meet with clients. You'll have meeting space in there if you choose to. And so that will be our actual hubs. Then we're going to change from offices. We're going to call them pods. So there's pod 1, pod 2, pod 3, pod 4. Just like the email address, all 1, all 2, all 3, all 4, those numbers all align the same. So we have Pod 1, which is technically the Laskin office. We have Pod 2, which is the Newport News office. We have Pod 3, which is the Chesapeake office. And we have Pod 4, which is the Kempsville office, the one that we own.
But some of our locations, as some of these leases expire, we're not going to be renewing those leases. Those offices will become a virtual pod. Everyone in the virtual pod will be able to use the hub locations. The cost of the hub space will be split amongst each pod. Every pod will have their own P&L. They'll still have their own managing partner, but they will be virtual. We're still going to have monthly meetings, but again, we're going to have them at different locations and have them at fun places. The pod will each be given a budget where they're going to buy appetizers and people can buy their own drinks and entrees.
But more importantly, more money for leads. We believe that coming up, more than ever, you're going to need leads more than you ever have before. As the economy really starts to, we're seeing it now, like interest rates are really, really low. We're going to have this massive bubble that's going to start to burst, and you're going to need more leads. And so we're going to be able to take that money that we're saving on leases and start to put it back in the marketing budget. And it's going to free up a ton of money. So we're going to be able to use that to provide more business to you. And for the peninsula, we'll be looking for a small mini hub that'll be about 800 square feet that you can go to if you need to meet a client really quickly or print or scan a document. Monthly meetings. So the monthly meetings, we're going to start to hold those for your pod at different fun locations. So they're going to become more of like a culture builder and a time of mastermind. They're going to have a budget where they can go and like buy some appetizers for all of you guys. If you want drinks or entrees, you can buy them. But it's going to be a really fun environment where you can have a monthly meeting at like a Top Golf or Why Not or different places that you guys can meet to have these really, really fun culture meetings. The managing partners, your current managing partner will remain the leader of your pod. So nothing's going to change there. For a lot of you, nothing's going to change at all for a while because we still have your offices. But they're going to stay the same as who you're assigned. The current MPs will be there to help answer your question and grow your pod and your business. The brokers will still remain the same. You'll have the same broker that you've had. The meetings that as we transition to a virtual office for you, those meetings that you have your weekly contract meetings, you'll get to start doing virtually. So you can jump on Zoom while you're sitting at the beach this summer or while you're on vacation, and you can watch these meetings virtually on Zoom and be able to participate in contract training from anywhere. So that helps expand the reach and free up time for you to be able to get more training. Your one-on-ones with your managing partner, they'll be done virtually as well. You'll be able to jump on Zoom at your same time every month, talk to your managing partner about growing your business. You don't have to trek into the office to have your meeting. You'll be able to do it virtually. And they're going to be able to take the top 5 agents in each office every month. You can do your one-on-one at a restaurant. So they'll take you out to lunch. You can get a free lunch and your business building from it. So we really want to recognize the top people by doing that. But you also have the virtual option as well. BOAs. So the current BOAs that we have, they're going to stay the same. They, as the offices start to transition to a virtual office, they may move to Indian River office or the hub here at Barrett Street, but they will still do the exact same things for you guys. So nothing's going to change there. As we start to add on new BOAs, we're going to create an environment where they can work from home. So they'll still be able to do all of your contract. We already do everything virtually. Most of you turn in your contracts and never walk into the office. They'll be able to do everything they always do for you, but they'll be able to do it virtually, which allows us to kind of expand the expertise. We can get more people that are able to do it maybe from home and not drive into the office every day so that we can get everything taken care of for you. President's Club. Okay, so in order to scale President's Club going forward, what we're going to do is you're going to earn credit for your trip. So you'll be able to take your trip the first part of the year, like between February and the end of March, and then you'll turn in your receipts for the trip that you took. So if you earn a President's Club credit, you'll be able to go on your trip, you'll pay for it, take care of it, and then you'll turn in your receipts to be reimbursed for whatever trip you went on. You can go wherever you want. So the way that it'll work is if you close $150,000 in total gross commission, you'll get a $1,500 credit. If you close $200,000 in gross commission, you'll get a $2,000 credit. If you close $500,000 in total gross commission, you'll get a $5,000 credit. And if you close $1 million or more in total gross commission, you'll get a $10,000 credit. You can go anywhere in the world and you'll get up to $10,000 paid for by the company. all of our training is going to start to happen virtually. So you'll be able to like, we can onboard an agent. They can start training right away. They don't have to wait for the next training class to start. They can take all of their training online. They can meet with their managing partner, their managing broker, or their mentors about it. And that way they can get up and started training as soon as possible, as soon as they're onboarded, which gets people out in the field faster selling homes. So I know a lot of you probably have some questions. You're like, okay, this sounds a little crazy. Where are we going to meet our clients for our meet and greets? Easy. So what we'll do is each pod will have 3 locations picked out for when they're setting up buyers meet and greet. Listings are easy. You always go to their house. But if there is a buyer looking, they'll say, okay, do you want them to come to your house and meet? Do you want to meet at the nearest Starbucks? Do you want to meet at the nearest Panera, etc.? We'll have some options for them to pick from, and you can meet them there. Okay, so some of these offices have loan officers in them, and you're like, wait, where are they going to go? Well, they'll come here to the Barrett Street office. They'll go to Indian River. We'll have spaces for them to meet with you guys still. They'll be able to come to your virtual meetings and do all of that. Okay, how's an agent onboarded? So when we bring a new agent on, it's going to be a completely automated online system. So they'll be able to sign all of their documents virtually. The only thing they typically have to have a wet signature on is some of the state documents. And so in those cases, when the managing partner, the managing broker, or you as the agent might meet with someone to sign them on, you'll sign that in person. But everything else will be taken care of, all online, all automated, really simple process. So some of you who are mentors may say, now I meet with my mentees every single week. Where am I going to meet with them at? Well, of course, you're always welcome to use the conference rooms at Indian River or Barrett, but you can start to have your mentee meetings at really fun places. You can go out to a restaurant. You guys could meet at the beach one week and have your meeting there. You can meet at your house. There's lots of different places that you can meet. We are so excited about the growth of our company. We are so excited about being able to scale this to take some of that money that we were just spending in office space and give it back to you in the forms of really fun culture events, but more importantly, more marketing to bring more leads in to help grow your business so you'll have a really awesome 2020.